Good morning, everybody. Matt Modi here to give you my favorite MLB home run predictions for today. We are talking Tuesday, May 20th. Happy Dinger Tuesday, everybody. I'm going to have 4 MLB home run picks for you guys to lock in. 3 of them are normal plays that I'm putting a quarter unit on. The 4th one, I actually used the FanDuel odds boost, and I put just like 0.1 units on that bad boy. So put a little bit of a lighter unit size, but do have 4 guys for you today. Very confident in the 4 guys that we have. But before we can get into that, let's do a recap from yesterday, which sucked. It was not a good day at all yesterday. The 3 straight plays I had were Yoan Moncada, Matthew Lugo, and Pete Crow Armstrong. None of those 3 hit a home run. And really none of those 3 even came close to hitting a home run. And then we had the stinky odds Dong Robin between Suarez, Cal, Raleigh, Yandy Diaz, and Shohei Ohtani. Only Ohtani ended up, and I have his name spelled wrong, ended up hitting a home run yesterday, but it didn't matter because we put them in a round robin, so we lost the entirety of that unit size. So another day I played a little bit heavier than normal yesterday, and I got burned. Play with fire, you get burned. Sometimes that happens. So we were down 1.4 units yesterday when you combine everything together, the 3/4 of a unit on the 3 straights, and then the 0.65 on the Dong Robin. That now brings our total result on the year to a profit of 2.72 units. We're still in the green here. We're up just over 5% ROI. None of those numbers are amazing, but that just is what it is. But if you're putting 1 unit blindly on every single one, you're up like 18 units on the year. Now I'm including putting 1 unit on all of these 4 guys, which would not have netted you money yesterday. So just to be clear, I'm not doing that to try and juice my numbers. It's just, if you're choosing everybody I gave you to hit a home run and you're putting a unit on it without bothering with round robin or a unit size or whatever, just giving you results just to kind of contextualize it for you. So, it's not the worst season in the world. 5% ROI is not amazing. Obviously, we're hoping for that number to be better, but at least it's in the green. We're having fun taking home runs. But like I said, I got 4 for you guys today. Interesting weather slate on these games. Incredibly juicy weather in 2 of them. The Rays home stadium and the Athletics home stadium. Great weather games. Gross in Fenway. This it's technically considered gross at the Marlins Park. That's just because it's not weather related. That game's in a dome, but their stadium is very, very pitcher friendly. Cold, windy, blowing in Nats Park, and then a couple games that are probably going to get rained out. So I don't have anything in this target field and rate field, which is the Twins, Guardians, and the White Sox Mariners, because I think those games are going to get rained out or have some sort of rain delay. Regardless, the first play that we are locking in here is the only guy that we're going with that we went with yesterday. It's Yoan Moncada. I am taking him to hit a home run. He is best offered at plus 450 odds, both at ESPN Bet and Bet365. So you can lock him in on any of those 2 platforms at the plus 450 odds. This is just my Tails account where I send all my plays out. And the screen you see here and here and here, which I use a ton, is Ballpark Pal. So just kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at here. Link to both of those are in the description of the video, as well as the pinned comment. So Moncada, we went with him yesterday. He did not hit a home run. He really didn't even come close. The only hard hit he had, granted it was smoked, 107 miles an hour off the bat, but did not have any sort of launch angle, only traveled 60 feet because it didn't have the launch angle, was never going to be a home run. So not a great day at the plate yesterday, admittedly. But with that said, he's really been on fire since he started playing baseball again at the beginning of May. He started the year with the Angels and he missed a month, came back at the beginning of May. The dude's been raking. It's been a little bit less than 2 weeks for him specifically, but he's tied for 4th with 3 other guys in the MLB with 8 barrels. He's one of 6 batters with 8 or more barrels. And you look at the home run count on these guys, they all have 3 or more. So I do think barrel rate is a kind of a good metric to look at. And yeah, so he's got 8 barrels, 3 home runs in that stretch. And the numbers like 60 basically percent pull rate, 50% fly ball rate, and 15 hard hits isn't terrible. It's not amazing either. You would hope that it's a little bit better, but 15 is not bad. It's nothing to scare you off. And those 8 barrels are really good. So yeah, he did not have a good day yesterday, but that's not going to scare me off. And the pitcher he's going up against, Gunnar Hoglund, first of all, great name. Just perfect for a guy we're taking to give up a bunch of home runs. The guy's a dong machine. Now, it's a small sample size. He's pitched 16 innings. Home run per 9 of 2.16. in those 16 innings, which is very, very bad. And like barrel rate, 10%. Hard hit rate of 38%, honestly, isn't terrible, but the problem is that launch angle. He's allowing guys to put the ball in the air, which was a problem in the minor leagues as well. So I do think that is going to be a consistent issue for him. He's been slightly worse against righties, despite the fact that he throws right-handed. He's been slightly worse against righties. 2 home runs each, but in a much, much bigger sample size to lefties. But none of his numbers against righties versus lefties is like, oh, you can't take him against one. Like, I'm taking Moncada, who's a switch hitter, and so he's going to be batting lefty. That's fine. Nothing to be scared of there. All 3 of the home runs he has hit have come against right-handed pitching, granted in a much wider sample size, but all of his damage in terms of power has been done to righties. 3 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs, and only one extra base hit against a lefty. And that's actually his only hit against a lefty as well. So we do want to take him against a right-handed pitcher. And I mentioned this is one of the best games of the day from a weather perspective. So I really like going right back to Yoan Moncada to hit a home run. Hopefully he comes through for us after not doing so yesterday. I do have a play in the same game that I might as well get into right now. It is Nolan Schanuel, not honestly sure how to pronounce his last name. We're going to call him Nolan. He is who I used the FanDuel boost on. So he is offered at plus 870 at FanDuel, but if you use the profit boost, you can get him at plus 1320. So I only put literally 0.1 units on him to hit a home run. So if any of the guys, including him, hit a home run, then we're making money because of the odds for him. So again, 0.1 units, use your 50% profit boost. I didn't want to use it on a parlay. I wanted to use it on a guy to hit a home run straight. The reason I'm going with him, it really just has to do with what he did at the plate yesterday. He hit a home run yesterday, so that is, I know that sometimes scares people off. He has gone back-to-back this year, so he's done it before. But what I really wanted to highlight is double, 22-degree launch angle, 106 miles an hour off the bat, traveled 376 feet. Double, 104.1 miles per hour off the bat, only an 18-degree launch angle, so it's never going to be a home run. And then his third one, 103 miles an hour off the bat, 28-degree launch angle, 418-foot home run, sent to the absolute moon. So that's 2 hits yesterday. I mean, 3 of them were all 103 miles per hour and above. 2 of them were put in the air at a rate that could have been a home run, depending on where he hit it. Like, this would have been a home run in only 4 of 30 stadiums. So it's not like it was a bad beat, but it just shows how hard the ball was hit. And then another one, not quite the launch angle, but 104.1 degrees. That's what he did at the plate yesterday. That doesn't always mean he's going to do the same thing today, but I figured against a pitcher that really, really struggles against right-handed hitters, and that is what Nolan is. Not even going to bother saying his last name. That's what Nolan is. A pitcher that's a dong machine and a guy that is just red hot at the plate based on what he did yesterday. I thought it was worth a sprinkle. So that is my second play, is Schanuel, Nolan to hit a home run. Again, plus 1320 odds at FanDuel. If you don't get the boost, depending on like your sports books or whatever, then I'd probably hold off. I don't think he's worth taking at the plus 870 odds unless you're putting more than 0.1 units, which I didn't really want to do. I just liked him for the boost. So that is our second play. The third one is Kyle Stowers. We are taking him, Stowers to hit a home run. He is best offered at plus 500 odds at, again, both Bet365 and ESPN bets. You can get it at both of those prices. Talk about guys that are red hot at the plate. Guess who is second in the MLB in total barrels over the last 2 weeks? That would be one Kyle Stowers. He's the only one ahead of him is Shohei Ohtani, the only one who has more barrels over the last 2 weeks. 64% fly ball rate is phenomenal. 46% pull rate is phenomenal. 60% hard hit rate is crazy. Now, Ohtani, what he's doing at the plate is just unconscious because he's not striking out and he's hitting the crap out of the baseball. Kyle is striking out while also hitting the crap out of the baseball. So that's why you see the hard hit rate roughly the same, whereas Ohtani's like doubled up in terms of hard hits because Ohtani doesn't strike out. Anyways, the guy's been red hot at the plate. And you look at what he did, yesterday. So he did not hit a home run. So that hot streak that we're looking at does not include yesterday. Look at these hit distances from him. 402 feet, 108 miles per hour off the bat, 23-degree launch angle. That's devastating. If you took him to hit a home run yesterday, I am sincerely sorry because that is devastating. 108 miles per hour off the bat, 402 feet. That should be a home run 10 times out of 10, but it wasn't because it was hit to dead center field. Never really had a chance. Then he had another flyout, 105 miles per hour off the bat, traveled 369 feet. You look at this home run hit by Miguel Amaya, he pulled it. So it was going to be a home run in 22 of 30 stadiums, but only traveled 363 feet. Kyle hit 2 baseballs farther than that, and none of them were home runs. It's one of my favorite situations to look at a guy who hit the crap out of the baseball but didn't have a home run to show for it. That's Kyle Stowers. You look at his batting log over the last couple weeks. I mean, obviously, when you have 10 barrels over a 14-day span, it's going to be impressive. But just looking at it from a game perspective, it's just insane. So we'll look at the last 2 weeks here. And, I mean, we see barrel, 3 in one game with 4 hard hits. Then, since then, 2 hard hits, 1 barrel, 2 hard hits. So only 1 hard hit 2 days ago on Sunday. But then yesterday, the 2 hard hits, they were both barreled up. Impressive, very impressive what he did at the plate. And the pitcher is going up against Jameson Taillon, absolute dong machine this year. He has been horrible in terms of allowing home runs. Horrible from a allowing home runs perspective. Good for us. On the year, home run per 9, 2.36. That's disgusting. And a much bigger sample size than Hoagland at him. Taillon at 49.2 innings. Disgusting barrel rate of 13%. Disgusting hard hit rate of 42%. Disgusting launch angle of 18.1 degrees. Disgusting across the board. Gross, gross, gross. You look at his splits. He's been bad against both righties and lefties. Now, I will admit he's been slightly worse against righties and fewer at-bats. He's allowed 1 more home run. Do not be scared of taking a lefty against him at all. Still disgusting numbers against a lefty. Like you look at Taillon, if we want to go, this is Game Day Insights, which I like to look at both pitch mix stuff and then righty versus lefty stuff. You look at him against lefties, 14% barrel rate. And this is in his last 5 starts. That is one thing that I should have mentioned. When I look at pitchers, I like to look at the last 5 starts because sometimes, you know, some pitcher started off hot, has been better since, or has been worse since, or the opposite, started off hot, has been terrible, started off terrible, has been hot, whatever it is. I like to look at the last 5 starts. He's been disgusting against lefties in the last 5 starts. 3.8 home run per 9, 375 ISO rate allowed, 14% barrel rate, 52% hard hit rate. Just disgusting numbers. All the home runs basically are hit against the 4-seam fastball. And Stowers has very good numbers against 4-seam fastballs from righties. He has good numbers in general. I mean, he's hit 9 home runs off of righties in the last month. You look at 4-seam fastballs, 6 of them with just insane stats. 26% barrel rate, almost 60% hard hit rate, and a 50% flat ball rate. Now, he does strike out a lot. That's fine. It means he's swinging for the fences. So after coming so close twice yesterday to hitting a home run, I think he's going to come through for us today. That's plus 500 odds at both ESPN Bet and Bet365. And then our fourth and final pick for today. Let's go with the hero from Sunday, Jackson Holliday, taking him to hit a home run. He is best offered actually at plus 6, actually even better, plus 650. I sent it out. It was plus 625. You can now get it at plus 650. Now, I only track the numbers that I send out because it's only fair. But if you're watching this and this number is still available, you can get a better price than what I got. I always hate when that happens, but that's okay. So Jackson Holliday, guy's been red hot at the plate. You look at his game logs, and it's like a 5-game span. He started off the year on a brutal stretch, but you look at his last 5 games, 2 hard hits, 3, 4 with 2 barrels, 3 with the barrel, and then 3 yesterday. In his last 5 games, that's what? I mean, you do the math here, 5, 9, 12, it's 15 hard hits in his last 5 games. That is incredible. 4 barrels in that stretch as well. Now, he went back-to-back on Saturday and Sunday, right? He went back-to-back. Didn't hit a home run yesterday. He had the 3 hard hits that I mentioned. And impressively, the issue with Jackson Holliday is he's been good at hitting the baseball hard. He hasn't really been able to put it in the air, except for those last 2 games where he did hit a home run. And then even yesterday, while he didn't hit a home run, you look at his hard hits, line out, 20-degree launch angle. That's a line drive, just that can be a home run. You'd like for it to be a little bit higher. But then a flyout, which is kind of hits all the metrics you're looking for, 98.6 miles per hour off the bat, 33-degree launch angle, 342 feet. He hits this a little bit harder. That's a home run. And then the other one, not really you hope if it was a single, you'd like, all right, can it at least be 100 miles an hour or above? And it wasn't. But that's still two impressive hits from a home run perspective for a guy that has been on fire. I mean, again, over the last 5 games, one of the hottest hitters in baseball. You look at his EV logs in this stretch, 99, 98, 99. Really, really impressive what Jackson Holliday's doing at the plate. And yeah, he started off the season slow, so his full season numbers aren't going to be amazing. But he's been a lot better recently, as I just showed you. Going up against, you guessed it, a young dong ball pitcher. That's kind of what we're looking. I guess Tyone's not young, but the other two, Hoagland and Logan Henderson, he has only pitched 11 innings, been rocked in those 11 innings. 1.64 home run per 9 is not as bad as the other two guys. Still pretty bad. 13% barrel rate is gross. 45% hard hit rate is gross. 28-degree launch angle is gross. That fly ball rate of like almost 60%, that's terrible. That's perfect for Jackson Holliday, who he sometimes can struggle to hit fly balls against. Guess what? This pitcher is begging you to hit fly balls against him. In terms of splits, he has allowed both of his home runs hit against lefties in a little more at-bats, 6 more at-bats versus lefties and righties. So struggles against the lefties, Jackson Holliday, bats left-handed. Jackson Holliday plus 650 now, plus 625 is what I'm tracking to hit a home run. I think is an awesome, awesome price. He was the hero on Sunday. Let's hope he can be a hero again today. In terms of leans, the only guys without stinky odds that I had left on my watch list today were the 2 Tigers guys. I need a break from the Tigers. When I take Carey, it's Riley Green. When I took Riley Green, it was Carey. I cannot get either of them right. And both of them are kind of cold at the plate, but it's cold if you look at like the last 3 games. Riley Green over the last 2 weeks, I think has 7 or 8 barrels, maybe it's 7. Yeah, very good, 7 barrels. So that's good. If you look at Carey, he has a decent number of hard hits over the last 2 weeks. 21 is pretty good. But both of them, if you look at their, again, it's a 3-game sample size. And the dance we play with baseball is, do you want to look at the whole season, the last month, the last 2 weeks, the last week, the last couple of games? Everybody's going to have a different answer. But the fact that both of them are kind of cold over the last 3 days, I figured, you know what, I'm just going to take a little bit of a break from the Tigers, which means that they're probably both going to hit a home run. And then in terms of the guys left, Ward, I think he's hit a home run in 4 straight games at this point. He only ever has 1 hard hit a game. It just happens to be a home run. So he's one of those guys that I never know what to do with. But the odds on him are disgusting. They're below 400 across the board. He's not a 300 guy to hit a home run. And same with Christian Walker, who's even grosser odds in the 200s. He's not having a great year. He had a couple hard hits yesterday, so I get it, but still, he should not be at that price. Ohtani is Ohtani, so he is disgustingly priced in the plus 100s. Granted, when you look at what he's done at the plate, it kind of makes sense. And then the other stinky guy was Rooker. Decent matchup for Rooker against Kyle Hendricks. Hendricks has been annihilated by righties, but he's only really decently offered at Bet365 at plus 325. So I thought from a value perspective, the 3 guys that I went with were better, or 4, excuse me. And that's all we got. 4 bangers for you guys to lock in for today's MLB slate. If all 4 hit a home run, we're profiting 5.26 units on a risk of 0.85 units. I know some people like to parlay all of them together. If you do that, I would leave out Schanuel. So the parlay that I did was just the first 3 guys. It was Moncada, Stowers, and Holliday. I did not put in Nolan in the parlay. I left him separate because he's kind of a long shot. So, in the off chance we go 3 for 3, I don't want to not have the parlay hit because of him. And we're still getting him at plus 1320. So good to go there. But these are the 4 guys, Moncada, Kyle Stowers, Jackson Holliday, and my guy Nolan, to hit a home run. If one of them hits, we're making money. If multiple hit, we're making a lot of money. I would love to go 3 for 3 or even 4 for 4. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to check out my Tails account where I send all my plays out. Check out Ballpark Pal. Bet responsibly and have a good one.